Sam, how would you sum up the season? It's been a memorable one collectively and personally, I guess.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, successful one, I think, is the overriding thought at the end of the season, because we set out at the start of the season to stay up, and over the past few weeks securing that, it's been a great feeling and good to get that job done.
Obviously, you went into the season always believing you were going to do it. A few bumps along the road, but you think you've done it easier than you thought? Has it been as tough as you thought? How could you sort of weigh it up, or has it been as demanding, as relentless as you expected?
Yeah, I think it's very demanding. I don't think it's ever an easy ride in the Premier League. You're coming up against the top boys in football. So for us, it's been a great journey. Like I say, ups and downs. But I think at the start of the season, a lot of people wrote us off, and to spend, I think it was only 1 week in the bottom three, was a massive achievement. And we've always been looking forward rather than backwards. So for us, it's been a successful year.
What about yourself? Because you were frustrated by injury last time, really. You had a little bit of a taste of it, but it wasn't perhaps your true self, whereas this year it has been. That must have been nice.
Yeah, of course. That was a big objective of mine at the start of the year, was to make a stance really in the league, as I was gutted last year to miss out for the most of it during injury. So that was a big thing for me this year, and I feel like I've done that, and to be part of a great squad in the Premier League has been good. Yeah,
I must feel you've really proved yourself at this level. You know, you got double figures goals and really finished. You know, you look the part. They finished the season in really good form. That must be nice.
Yeah, I feel good. It's been a great end to the season, and a good season all round. Like I say, it's been a massive effort from the squad. Really, I think I can speak as the strikers. I think the competition in the squad's now stronger than it's ever been. So it's great to have that in the team.
One thing is, you've set the benchmark high again. It's a tough act to follow next season, isn't it? Because it never gets any easier, does it? But I know as a club and as individuals, you'll want to crack on and be as ambitious as possible.
Yeah, of course. We want to sustain this and build on it. So obviously, it's great to enjoy it now, staying in the league. But for us, it's about looking forward. We've got a great new training ground here, great facilities, and with the club in a good place, it's a great chance to move forward. Yeah,
one thing I was going to mention, we're stood here overlooking the 3G pitch. How big a difference that been over the last couple of months, being in here and knowing when you come back in the summer that you come into this facility?
Yeah, it's huge. Everyone enjoys coming in the morning. Not that we ever didn't, but it's great to come in and have the facilities to work at now. Feels like a proper Premier League club now, and I'm sure it will help in the future in attracting players and also building on those while they're here.
Have you a personal highlight of this season, Sam? I know perhaps difficult to remember them all, but is there one particular thing that you enjoyed the most, either individually or collectively? I mean, you scored some big goals. I think of the Leicester one off the top of my head. You finished with some important goals, and the Palace was big. Any one thing?
It's been like you say, there's a lot. You could go back to the start of the season, a massive home win against Liverpool. For me, I got my first Premier League goal. And then all the way up to, I think, Palace away was a huge achievement by the boys. We were written off all year, especially away from home. So to put in a performance like that, it was a great dressing room to be in afterwards.
Good man. Lastly, you're ready for rest, I'm sure, but one big date for Wales to go, a World Cup qualifier. How tricky is that when you've had a bit of downtime, perhaps, but then you've got to get yourself up for what's a pretty huge game in early June?
Yeah, it is. We'll be meeting up after the end of the season for a 2-week camp, and then building up to the Serbia game. So it's a huge game for us in the group, and it's one we need to try and pick some points up to have a right go.